My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. It is Ironclad, and it is a small calcium? Oh, maybe. Maximum upgrade lines are 2 elite, 2 rest rather. 2 rest, 2 elite late shop. Yeah, I'll take it. Not thrilled though. Okay, the elite's not before the rest, so I don't have to take the Silver Crucible necessarily. I will though. Especially because this early shop is going to allow me to remove a card from the deck, so I'm increasing the impact of the 3 upgraded cards that we get. Got Waterfall Giant at the end of the floor, so I gotta worry about that as well. Oh boy. Seapunk, what's up? You're doing a lot of damage to me. Is this because I didn't have the time to play Bash any of these? I literally had lethal that turn through strikes, but is this because I didn't have turn to play Bash? Speed. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna give me a perfected strike upgraded immediately, I'll take it. Kill the front line. Bloodletting, Rampage, Uppercut. It's gotta be Uppercut. I almost don't want to go for another elite. I will. Oh god, this was a fight? Ugh. That's so many tier 2 enemies I'm gonna have to fight early. Little annoying because I still don't want basic strikes in the deck. I'll cut 1. I'm not going to keep infinite of them just because I've got a perfected strike in the deck. Still need to draw hands that are worth playing. Burning Pact, Anger, and Cinder. Take the Pact. Now I'm looking for energy. 2 strikes away from taking out front. I'm better off just finishing that this turn and then just being able to focus on the damp cultist from now. Weaken and Vulnerability this turn to follow that up. And then I have to kill you next turn. Yeah, I mean, we would have lost a lot more HP there. Went pretty well. Fiend Fire is a really good way for us to finish an enemy. Fresnel Lens when it takes nothing from us. Absolutely, I'll take that. Probably best to throw a strike out there. On each of the targets as well. Yeah, be prepared to remove the target who tries to summon this turn. Explosive Ampule into Molten Fists, Feel No Pain and True Grit. Take that, and I'll upgrade that. Now it's a pretty good card. Definitely going to be using the Explosive Ampule in this fight. Sadly, only 5 defense on that first turn. It's not like I've added a bunch of defense cards. It's not like I can really be too bad about that. 21 takes a single target down. Takes the highest damage, or lowest damage target down, though. It's highest health, though. I'm not going to have time to play that bash ever. Way too costly. Okay, Phantasmal Gardener in the midline is 1 away from dead. And the Phantasmal Gardener in the backline is also 1 away from dead, but the 1 is 1 Perfected Strike. Burning Pact for the draw. Double defend, only take 2 damage this turn. You've got 2 turns effectively before I have to have my Perfected Strike back in hand. And now even a strike will do it. Letter Opener. When you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. There's also a Twin Strike. Iron Wave. Setup Strike. Of these, I'm leaning Twin. Add a strike to the deck for the whole strike sub-theme thing I'm doing. Let's get that bash upgraded. Oh, 7 more max HP. Unfortunately, I did not get enough money over the course of this to remove another card from the deck. So I'll take the Elite instead. Let's trigger to defend and then hit him with a bash. Uppercut defend. Yeah, Fiend Fire the next hand is probably the case. 40 damage doesn't stagger. I'll push with the attack potion here to try and stagger. That'll do it. Pillage. Into strike. Bash strike, keep it high, and then we've got Perfected Strike guaranteed next turn. Candelabra, at the start of the second turn, gain 2 energy. There's also Inflame and Stampede here. I think I take Stampede. Oh, Stampede could force us to play Fiend Fire. Like, it helping us play, you know, Uppercut, Perfected Strike, or Bash, obviously incredible. If it plays Fiend Fire, it could just destroy us. But I also really need to have that energy to play other defensive cards, because otherwise I'm just going to crumble. So I've seen, what, 1 defensive card since I picked up Fresnel Lens? Oh, 2, actually, if we count Iron Wave, which I don't, so 1. Do I need it badly enough that I take an Iron Wave? Kinda, I think so, actually, yeah. And I'd love Stampede to be upgraded, but I think if I don't rest here, I die. We're stampeding! Oh, hell yeah. Perfected Strike for free at the end of the turn from Stampede? Beautiful. You get Uppercut for free there. I just have to not play a defend to do so. Yeah, I can't let Uppercut burn. Taking a little bit of damage consistently here, but I think I'm doing enough damage that I'm probably going to get through this. Sadly, no kill this turn, but kill next turn. 41. Starting to look a little riskier. Next hand is... Oh, it's next hand is weak and defend. We're all good. Beautiful. Impervious, Juggernaut, and Pyre. Pyre would be nice if I really wanted to play out all these cards. Impervious is just buying us a turn while we're on our first cycle, which isn't great, but it's okay. Remove 4 cards from the deck. Don't want to do that if I'm going to be keeping these strikes instead. Upgrade 4 cards. Pretty impactful in a deck that already has a bunch of upgraded cards. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 2 rest to elite looks likely. Pretty much no matter path I choose. I'll choose the one that could get us another 2 removals. I probably still end up taking a strike and a defend. Out of here. Defend, strike. It'd be nice to be triggering letter opener at all in this fight. But to be fair, I didn't really put that many skills in here, so I don't know how I'd be triggering it. I can only deal 27 damage to a single target right now. Fiend Fire, that would have been. Free bash! Beautiful. Headbutt Bloodletting. I mean, I did say I wanted energy. I don't have a huge amount of draw, but I've got enough draw. And the Bloodletting also contributes towards the letter opener very well. Yuck. Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm going to be taking an elite before I hit the rest site. So I don't really want to be rolling around with these potions. I'll take Duplicator over the top of a strength potion there, though. Yuck. I can get you down to doing only 11 damage this turn, but... Yuck. Drum of Battle. Draw 2 cards when this card is exhausted. Gain 2 energy. Given that we have Directional Exhaust, 2 copies of it in the deck, trigger it, and the other one. That's what they're called, right? 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Bash Twin. And let's Impervious. I just wanna cut down Obscure as quickly as possible if I can. 15 by it's not enough. I'll burn Fiendfire there, because otherwise it was going to play and do nothing because of the Stampede. Drew the card that I needed. See, those aren't the cards that just deliberately execute. I need more. See, Bash Strike doesn't even take down Parafright in frontline. Uppercut would be 13, then the second uppercut would be 19, 13, 19, 32. Yeah, right. That'll take out Obscura. Second Perfected Strike. I guess I'm legitimately trying to use those for damage. Ugh. Sucks to have gone past, oh, I was about to say our best defensive cards there, but thankfully we drew Impervious. Fiendfire does 50 damage to this hand. Yeah, we're far better off hitting a Weaken then. Second Wind exhausts all non-attack cards in your hand. Gains 7 block per card exhausted. I can do that. I can take at least one. This is going to be the hardest fight for us. I almost want to cycle until I get down to Stampede so that I'm playing an extra card each turn, but also the vulnerability or weakness of 2 turns is going to be impactful here. Let's do it to the one who's going to buff and do a multi-attack next turn. Impervious, defend, Twin Strike, and then Second Wind. It's 5 damage to all enemies, and that's the best day we have access to from the letter opener. I got a Burning Pact to strike so that I can trigger at the Drum of Battle, which I drew. Great. Yeah, not enough survivability here. Pop Gramblers, bro. Yeah, we basically need to somehow... No. Yeah, I can take one target off the board, but then I die. Got him! Yeah, I mean, defense is always going to be the problem with that deck. We've got, like, a couple of different ways of doing it, and then eventually it would be Feel No Pain, but before taking Feel No Pain, I had to take the actual Exhaust in the first place. Also, Perfected Strike did put us on a line with sad outcomes, unfortunately. Basically comes down to... Is a 30 damage 2-cost attack good enough? Can you run 30 damage 2-cost attacks? And the answer for most decks is no. At least not late game. Yeah, Bones. Roll them. Arcane Scroll will get Aggression, and then I'm gonna upgrade Aggression to become an 8. So now... From the very first turn, every turn, we draw an attack back into hand and also upgrade that same attack. So I would love to go like a really thin deck and Rampage, and just return Rampage back to hand consistently here. Because then I only have to focus basically on one damage card, and all the rest of the cards in the deck I can focus on are just... Oh my god. What awful draws, guaranteeing that I take 13 damage there. That was tough. Duplicator. Shrug Twin perfected. I mean, it kind of feels like I'm being asked to take perfected again. Give me Shrug. If by the shop I haven't found a Rampage, I might change. Oh, second Shrug. Interesting. Dismantle. Oh, Inferno. No, it's not a good deck for Inferno. Dismantle is really good damage, though. Inferno is an AoE solution, a thing I have no access to yet. I'll take it. coverage matters, especially because I've got AoE kin fight at the end of this floor. Thank you, aggression. Headbutt, Hemokinesis, and Drama Battle. Hemokinesis is our single target damage in an Inferno deck. Remove. I downgraded my Writhe. Now it can remove itself from the deck after 4 turns. Automation. That's energy. Blood Wall is also defense, though. Defense while we do damage from Inferno. I think that's too relevant to turn down. I don't think I need a Pommel Strike, though. I do think Bash needs a 3rd turn of vulnerability, especially if I want to go for this elite, which I do. You can't have Hemo or Bash. You can have a defend. Centennial Puzzle is ridiculous in the self-damage Ironclad build. It's just 3 extra energy the first time. I'm going to make Bash free to play this combat. So that, especially when it's returned to hand and stuff like that, it's much easier. Hey, like that. Let's go Blood Wall. Should have bashed before the Blood Wall, because then it would have been in the next cycle as well. Lantern, start each combat with additional energy. Bully, Thunderclap, and Drama Battle. It's either Drama Battle and then find Exhaust or nothing. I'm taking nothing. This one's almost invariably going to be heal. On account of the whole don't have HP anymore situation. I would like to have some more HP, please. Stomp. I don't do that many attacks. Having to instruct, no thank you. Oh boy. Draw? I'll Blood Wall. I'm looking for... Yeah, I'm literally just trying to get further into the draw pile. Do I play aggression here? Or return a... maybe return Hemokinesis to my hand so that I can play Inferno Hemokinesis, please. You lied to me. Best defense I can drop down that turn, and I gotta take 9. Ow. Hey, see, there's Hemo. That's what I was looking for. Pommel, Armor, and Iron Wave. No. Inferno Blood Wall. Nice. Also drop Hemokinesis, and that frontline dies at the end, or at the start of the next turn. I kind of have to give my enemies HP in order to finish each fight right now. That's, dangerous. Hemo, don't need a second. Dominate, don't make enough vulnerability. And Shrug. Maybe. It's probably too many Shrugs at this point. I don't know, maybe not. I'm going to upgrade our AoE. Probably going to duplicate her at 2. Yeah. That's why we doubled it. There's all the AoE done. I would love to play Bash next turn, but the enemy is definitely going aggressive, so I'll play Draw there just in case. 4 damage this turn, but it'll expedite the rest of our kill. No, I'll defend. Yeah, the majority of the rest of our kill actually just comes out of Blood Walls and stuff. I'd love Brand or Not Yet on the other side of this. Remove Guilty from the deck. Brand. Lose 1 HP, exhaust a card, gain 1 strength. So that's targeted exhaust for us as well. Thrash Scales, but Thrash Scales and returns to hand as well from aggression. It's really good. But the immediate impact of Brand for AoE as well as scaling, I think, is probably more important for us. Turn Bash into Break. That's actually huge. Bash costs 2, and that makes it really difficult for us to play. The fact that it costs 1 makes it so much better. There's a 3 Elite 2 rest, but I'm guaranteed to have to take all of it if I hit that left side. It's not even a great path. Okay, I'll take the early shop. Inferno Blood Wall. There's our additional draw as well as full block. Got him. Flame Headbutt Iron. Nope. Don't need those. Blood Wall is great draw because it damages us and triggers the Centennial puzzle. Break, strike, emo. This is about as fast as I need to be killing enemies for this to be viable as well, by the way, so I'm glad it's working like this. I'm going to take a second explosive ampule because I'm terrified to death of... Ooh. Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. Is that something I do enough? Not really. Because I'm scared to death of the... Ooh. Drum Battle is good for us, though. I also like the idea of Bolus, but I'm taking Drum Battle. Because I'm scared to death of the Desi Mill EP. I want to be able to take 20 damage off of all of it. Doing AoE damage to all of those eggs right before they hatch wouldn't have done anything unless I did it twice. And I didn't have a twice to do it. I did that turn, though. Thank you, Brand. Whirlwind. Solves AoE for us as well. Huge. $32 to both of these enemies doesn't actually help us that much. Yeah, the Inferno is still significantly better than that. Ooh, but now... Oh, you are kidding me. All right, I will throw. I didn't count that because I was like, I'm certain this is lethal. Spite. Deal 5 damage if you lost HP this turn. Hit 2 times. Love it. Let's get... I kind of want all of our shrugs upgraded. Gonna have to deal 6-0, Gonna have to deal single target damage as well. Hemo getting 5 more damage is important. Well, there's Whirlwind. I can take 8 damage this turn, or I can pop the explosive, which I'll do. Rage, expect a fight? Don't have that many attacks in the same hand. Aggression makes expect a fight significantly better, because you only have to have 1 more attack. Might be statue, then... Ooh, corrupted. I kind of feel like that should go on Whirlwind. Break getting 50% more damage is nice, but Whirlwind getting 50% more damage ends fights significantly more commonly. Do I play that for 12? Lose 2 HP here? No. Very happy to see these big breaks. There's Expectify, like, absolutely chumping it up here, but still. Not half bad. Stable Serum. Feed is the correct choice here. It's pretty late, but I can still get some out of that. Hello, Ento. Expect a fight? Thank you kindly. I didn't expect a fight. I'm gonna Stable Serum here. Get this hand. Shrug. Shrug. I'll Inferno and then Brands. Great. Break. Spite and beat for kill. Got him. Pair. Howl from Beyond. I don't have enough ways to exhaust that to really justify it. Low cost AoE is still really good. But also I don't have that much vulnerability set up in the deck. But as soon as I play Bash, I don't need more vulnerability setups. It's kind of difficult. I'm going to take a Squash as a second source of vulnerability, both so I have vulnerability set up more consistently. Upgrades here actually aren't as important as resting, I think. Just because of how little we consistently block. I'll Strength Pot, Aggression into Blood Wall for defense, Brand through a defend, Shrug, and take my first damage to the enemy, but it's okay, I already dealt some damage to myself. Shrug. Drum. Nice, then expect a fight for 8 energy. I do think I'm probably best off 8-6. I do think I'm probably best off just throwing the big Whirlwind down, though. I would love to draw another big Whirlwind. Let's expect a fight. Trying to turn around. Unfortunately, that's about the last damage I'm going to be able to prevent. So I got very little time to win this fight or die. Excellent. Well, if I don't play Blood Wall, I die this turn. Beautiful. So I'll play... No! I even rested before that one. I mean, realistically, this just came down to, like, how many defend cards are there in the deck? Shrug, shrug, shrug. I don't know. I've got 3 shrugs in the Blood Wall, which I thought was going to be enough, especially because after we start exhausting things with Bran, we got our powers out. Like, it's pretty consistent draw on those. But, yeah, 76 HP rolling into that fight. I think the big problem there is that this either needed to hit much harder, much more quickly, or it needed some time to scale. So like a rupture and then just a little bit of time until it just explodes an enemy. It didn't really sit with either. I didn't even really I got the Exhaust the Drummer battle once. This card seems so weird to me. Like, I really wanted to say, you know, draw 1 card, gain 1 energy. If this is exhausted, draw 2 cards, gain 2 energy, or something like that, right? Like, the fact that I've got to play a card that exhausts and exhaust this card means 2 cards out of a probably 5-card hand. Really depends how much draw you've added into the deck, or any relics you've got, or things like that. But in a 5-card hand, you use 1 card to exhaust another card, and now you've got probably 4 energy left to play 3 cards in hand. You need those cards to be very specific for that to be consistently useful, I feel. I really want to use this more, though. Expect to Fight did a huge amount of work with the aggression. And I think I would have done a lot better overall if I did take Thrash. Use Thrash and aggression and then just bounce it back, because that's a really good scaling strat for the boss. The only problem is we would have less AoE as a result of that. I didn't know, of course, next floor I was going to be picking up Whirlwind, though. That's solving our AoE problem here. If we had, you know, Whirlwind even just on the first floor, if I wasn't so desperate for AoE that I had to click this, I think I would have been in a much better position for a different rare at the end of the previous floor instead. I think that probably would have treated us a lot better. Alas. $70 HP. I didn't just dead draw either. Like I dead drew, you know, defense on the turn that defense was most relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards in a deck of 22, so a third of the deck is defense. 3 of them draw a card as well. I've got other cards that draw cards as well. And then 1, 2, 2 powers. So yeah, the deck only goes down to 20, so it's still a third of the deck in maximum. I don't think these defend cards are impactful enough to only have been a third of the deck. Unless we're in floor fights where we, like, you know, execute quite quickly, and then it's just not enough for boss fights until I have, again, either much more impactful scaling or just a much more impactful immediate first hit. Like, if I was capable of, like, taking down one of the claws in the first cycle before the first rocket, things are different. And, annoyingly, I know where I could have taken a different action, and that is on the turn before Rocket went off. I had both Break and Squash in hand. I should have used Squash on the Rocket that I was facing, and then Break to turn around. And then I would have been able to come back onto Rocket the next turn with 25%, 50% more damage. I don't know if that would have been enough to cut through him, especially because we had, like, literally, I think, 3 strikes in that hand, which, like, that's still a pretty bad draw. I don't know if that would have been enough, but I think that's the lever over which I had probably the most control without taking retrospect into account. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. I've been getting some speedrun practice in over the course of the last couple episodes. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slender Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game, past, present, and future, including many, many wins. Not the present one, but past, future, they'll be there. A special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.